Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. This is D with NearFallGaming. This is our Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode 24/7 mode General Manager Edition. We are Smackdown. We're going to go ahead and get going, but first we're going to get a quick recap of our May 3rd show. Gregory Helms, accompanying Kenny Dykstra, gets his first victory against William Regal in this match. Kenny Dykstra, this is a big victory because they had been on quite the losing streak, but the way in which Kenny Dykstra picks up the victory with general heel tactics as well as using a low blow ultimately to get the victory is not approved by Gregory Helms, but wins pay the bills here in this series, and they may have been arguing up the ramp, but they got the job done, and that's what it is. Then in this next match, it pains me to report, but Chavo Guerrero loses the Cruiserweight title against Elijah Burke in a match that I really tried my darndest to make sure Chavo Guerrero didn't lose his Cruiserweight title. However, he did, and that's the way it goes, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And Elijah Burke is the new Cruiserweight new Cruiserweight champion, and Chavo Guerrero unsuccessfully defends on his first defense. Match number 3, Chris Masters loses to Jeff Hardy in a United States qualification match. Jeff Hardy actually faced Matt Hardy the week prior in a hardcore match in the first qualifying match, but lost. Chris Masters forced the hand of the general manager to book that match that week, giving Jeff Hardy minimal rest, but Jeff Hardy still pulls it out. Chris Masters, furious after the loss, feels as though it's a fluke, but Jeff Hardy punches his ticket to Judgment Day. Kane loses technically to Johnny Nitro and MVP in a handicap match. However, Kane lost by disqualification. Johnny Nitro MVP tried to get a chair involved. Kane prevents it, gets the chair on the ground, choke slams Johnny Nitro onto the chair. Referee Gary Kubiak sees that and calls for the disqualification, giving Kane the loss here. And then in the main event, Rey Mysterio, Mr. Kennedy accompanied by Snitsky, the big ugly bastard, in the last match of the semi-final round to determine the number 1 contendership to face Edge at Judgment Day. The winner will face Kane in the finals, and Mr. Kennedy picks up the win over Rey Mysterio due to the help of Gene Snitsky, the big ugly bastard. So that is our May 10th episode. We're going to just go ahead and move on, or that is the May 3rd episode, excuse me. We're going to move on to the May 10th episode now. And we're going to do a quick recap, or not a recap, but a preview. Match number 1, Gregory Helms and Kenny Dykstra back in tag team action. They got their first victory. They're going to try to continue to right the ship, maybe ride Kenny Dykstra's momentum. They're taking on William Regal and Sabu. Sabu is a newly acquired superstar in a trade with Mark Henry, and we also acquired Finley out of that deal as well. So those two will be interesting. Sabu will be very nice for the Cruiserweight division, and I think technically Finley is considered a Cruiserweight because they've just got to have light heavyweights as the Cruiserweights as well, so whatever. And then in the next match, Chris Masters versus Jeff Hardy in a rematch from last week. However, it is a hardcore match. You are seeing that correctly. Chris Masters complaining to the ref, stating that last week was a fluke. Jeff Hardy overhears. He's like, you know what? I'll put up my spot in the United States Championship, but you've got to face me in a hardcore match. And if you beat me, you can have my spot, but I want to redeem myself because I lost to my brother in a hardcore match, so I want to beat you in a hardcore match. And that's where this match stems from. And so we've got a rematch of Chris Masters and Jeff Hardy from the week prior. And this interview space, you can't see the interview space, so it doesn't matter. But it is Chris Masters setting up that match. And then in our triple threat match, Chavo Guerrero, Elijah Burke, Johnny Nitro. You'll see that this is not for the Cruiserweight title, which hurts my heart to say. But this is the match that we had planned. Chavo Guerrero is not in the Power 15. The first drawback I've seen of having a large roster, or a 20-man roster, I don't necessarily want to call that large yet, but the first drawback of such, because Chavo Guerrero is technically not a contender for the Cruiserweight title, despite being the the prior holder and not getting a rematch. So that's kind of bullshit, but it is what it is. King Booker versus Rey Mysterio, facing off once more, but this time the stipulation is the qualifying match for the United States title. So we will see how this match goes. I believe they faced just once before in singles competition, again in a tag team match, and then obviously King Booker had Rey Mysterio face Snitsky in week 1. But overall, these two, not a direct rivalry, but these two have definitely been going at it between one another for sure. And then in our main event, we've got the finals of our number 1 contendership tournament. We've got Kane versus Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy will be accompanied by Snitsky, but Snitsky is not the man in this match. We will go ahead and show the graphics that have led us up to this point, leading up from our 8-man to our semifinals, now to our finals. We are here May 10th. Let's go ahead, get it going. We're going to lock it in. It's too late to turn back now, so let's go ahead and go. Gregory Helms and Kenny Dykstra, William Regal, Sabu. We're going to simulate this match. And the kayfabe outcome is exactly what you're seeing here. William Regal and Sabu pick up the W against Kenny Dykstra and Gregory Helms. Gregory Helms falls, and Gregory and Helms and Kenny Dykstra fall to 0-4 in tag team competition. However, what makes this match interesting is this is where Kenny Dykstra and Gregory Helms snap on one another. They're arguing. Kenny Dykstra basically could have won the match, but Gregory Helms was in his ear telling him not to do any underhanded, dirty tactics. Gregory Helms was just, listen man, we're not going to be good if we just have to win like this. If we can't win clean, then we are garbage. And Kenny Dykstra just tired of it at the end of the match, and he just strikes Gregory Helms, turns on Gregory Helms, and attacks Gregory Helms. Leaves the ring just absolutely angry, looking like a madman. So that's how this match ends. Match number 2, Chris Masters versus Jeff Hardy in a hardcore match. We're getting our revenge. This isn't just Chris Masters getting his revenge. This is us getting our revenge. Me getting my revenge. Sorry, Jeff. It's absolutely nothing personal, but you are not the Hardy Boy that will be at Judgment Day in that United States Championship.
From Los Angeles, California, weighing 275 pounds, Chris Masters. And the opponent, from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 200.
Alrighty. Hopefully we have the optimal outcome that I'm looking for here, because I forgot to turn off HUD or turn it back on again. Oh man.
Like a jump
so
with that counter.
hopefully after this match, or not after this match, after this week, I will.
Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
I've been meaning to do that.
Absolutely not. These are
feels
trained
like the last
WWE
episode.
superstars, and even
Maybe
they
just
wind up seriously injured
Pretty
sometimes.
sure.
That's for sure. Even me, a former WWE champion,
Jeff
has
Hardy
had
once
it.
again
Look at
giving
him,
me
he's
business,
just
but I've
radiating
got some business
confidence.
for him as well.
And he's got a
so
lot to be confident about.
He looks a little overconfident to me. This could come back.
I'm not trying to
bite
make
him.
this a long one. I'm not trying to make it a classic, gentlemen. I am going
Man,
straight
what
up
a
for
chair
revenge.
shot. Reminds me of my good old days as the hardcore champion.
If that's your idea of good old days, I'm glad I wasn't around for them.
Instead of pandering to the
That
fans,
won't
you
get
should
him a
really
pin.
keep your head in the match.
Excuse me, yes.
Come on, you're
I
looking
hope
at a
that didn't take
superstar
it
who
up
can
there.
feed off a crowd
I
and
had
use that
some
energy to
serious
win the
itching on my
match.
face to do.
Oh man,
But
these dudes,
I hope
there's the
that didn't get picked
reversal.
up. I will be more mindful of that in the future.
Come on, quit showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff. You could search the world over and you won't find another superstar like the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy.
And I, for one, am grateful for that. The last thing this company needs is...
Looks like
Gotta
he's
go for
decided to
another chair.
grab
I
a
don't give a
weapon from
damn.
under the ring.
I am fucking. I was 1 for 3 on my last one.
I've been
on my
looking
last
forward to this
week
match.
as
This
far as
superstar is
desired
all
outcomes
fired up,
and
and so is this
on-screen
capacity
matches.
crowd.
And
Yeah,
the
well,
one
one
that I did
mistake
get
and we're gonna see
was
that
because
fire
I
put
took the
out
loss myself
pronto.
because I didn't trust myself to get the victory that week. Because clearly I was just on some shit.
Man, this crowd, wow, did you see that? He's been busted wide open.
Well, he's busted
After
open.
that last shot, I'm
But
not
he is a
surprised.
hardcore
I hope the
superstar,
referee doesn't
so
let this go on too
technically
much longer.
I did
What
him
are
a
you,
favor,
nuts? The match is getting good now.
but I don't know how much of a favor it really is. Oh shit, I didn't want to.
I don't think I've ever seen a guy as well put together as the masterpiece. He really is like
He's
a
using
work of art.
Rampage.
Well, I don't know art, but
Wow.
I know what I don't like, and I don't like Master's arrogance.
Is this a submission? Yes. Bear hug. Oh.
I'll
but he's-
never
doesn't even
understand
have
how
body
Jeff
damage
Hardy
on
can
him.
leave the house looking
I've been
like that.
smacking him in the
I
face
don't know.
with a
I think the
fucking
Jeff
chair
Hardy
this whole
hairstyle
time.
is exactly what you might need
I
to
haven't been
update your
doing
image a
proper
little.
grapples.
You'd never catch me wearing my hair that long. It's just unmanly.
Oh, this leg drop of death on me.
Man, this one's
Chris
turned into
Masters
a
took
fight.
it a few
Pure
too many
and
times. I'm
simple.
gonna honestly.
We knew
I'm
it was
just
going to be
have to end it
intense.
here pretty
We
soon.
knew
I
it was
don't
going to be
think a finisher's
physical.
gonna do
But
a
I don't
whole
think
lot for me
anyone was
because I'm
prepared for
pretty
this.
sure
I gotta admit, it took me by
his
surprise,
finisher
and that doesn't happen often.
That's an understatement. You've been in
damages the
hundreds
body,
of matches
not
in
the
your
head.
career.
His-
We've both called
most of his
hundreds
damage
more.
is on his
We
head.
usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not
I'm just
this
gonna-
time.
I guess it just goes to show you
Get up so I
anything
can
can
kill you
happen here in
again.
the WWE.
Come on, you bitch. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Excuse my language. Let's go.
Oh my
Okay.
God, what a chair shot!
Yeah, and that doesn't tickle. Believe.
He could pin his opponent right here.
Let's go. Okay.
These
We got
superstars
the
give every.
kayfabe outcome we needed. It got a little spicy there. It got a little intense. But Chris Masters may have done some things or said some things that he didn't mean. However, Chris Masters picks up the victory,
Here's your
and now
winner,
he's going back to Judgement
Chris
Day. And I said this last week, I
Masters.
think, but the faces in this universe are a little bold as far as what they're willing to put on the line just to say, alright, bitch, let's go. I'll take you on. I will take you on, no problem. So, that is where that match leaves us. Match number 2. We're on to match number 3. Man, that we gotta. This is interesting. Okay. I'm not really trying to play every single match, but every match kind of has an important outcome. This one probably the least, but also I gotta get Chavo some victories so I can get him back in cruiserweight contendership, because it's not a good thing if you're not a contender for the cruiserweight title. So we're just gonna cross our fingers here. Damn it! He took the pin as well. That's probably even worse for what he's got going on. So, damn. Maybe I should have booked it differently. But Elijah Burke, the cruiserweight champion. We're just gonna roll with it. Okay. Elijah Burke is now the cruiserweight champion. He's proven it. Johnny Nitro is not happy about it, but Elijah Burke pins Chavo again to defend, but not really. Now we got King Booker and Mysterio in a one-on-one matchup. We're gonna let fate decide who we're playing as right now. Alright, Ray. Alright, Ray. Let's see it, boy.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Houston, Texas, weighing
Here
in
comes the
at
king of
256
Smackdown,
pounds,
the resident
King
royalty,
Booker.
taking his leisurely stroll down the ramp. But we're not gonna watch all of it. Sorry, I love that man, but we are not going to watch it. I prefer Booker T over King Booker. However, King Booker is probably,
And the opponent,
just not counting,
from
like,
San Diego,
you can't count
California,
necessarily. I'm
165
not,
pounds,
but
Rey
King Booker's probably
Mysterio.
the best and definitely my favorite character to stem from the King of the Ring victory. Obviously, Stone Cold cut his promo there when he won the King of the Ring, but that's not in the category in which I am comparing it all to. So, if you consider it to be in the same category, then you are not me. Alright, Ray. This is
There's the reversal.
I believe the
You
second
know,
time
there's
they
such a
faced
thing
one.
as playing to the
Third time
crowd
they
too much,
faced
and that's
total
what I'm seeing here.
I disagree.
Trying to keep
He's
the
wrestled
talent,
this match his way all along,
facing
and now
one
we see
another
it
for the
paying off.
same, like,
He's got this
1 to
crowd
2 months at
solidly
a
behind
time.
him,
Like,
and now he's
obviously
going to
not
give
the
them
same
exactly what
matches
they
in a
want to
row
see.
every week,
Can't
but
just keep
they're
playing to
gonna
the
be in
crowd.
that
That's
same,
a
like,
huge
circle
distraction,
or
in my
same
opinion.
division, kind of competing for a
And there's the
common
reversal.
goal, or one thing or another, I guess. One, just because
I
you
hope
can
this isn't the
freshen
last
it
time
up.
we see these superstars face off.
I don't say
I
this
feel
too
like
often, but I
throughout the
completely
year,
agree with you.
by
This has all the
doing that,
makings
because
of a
you're like,
nice,
oh
long
yeah, we've
rivalry.
got this huge build.
I don't know
but,
how nice it is,
Ray
but there
and
are certainly
Chavo,
some issues between these superstars, and I think this match
duking it
might
out for
only
the Cruiserweight
exasperate them.
Championship.
Hey,
straight out the
watch
gate,
your
and
language. This is a
now
family
we're
show.
here at
I don't think the fans
SummerSlam
like that one
or
too much. I'm sure that
WrestleMania
breaks his
or
heart.
Survivor
It
Series,
should.
and we're
These
trying
fans
to
are
do a
the
big
lifeblood of
Cruiserweight match.
WWE, and he doesn't give
But
a
it'd
damn
feel
what
like a
they
rewrite
think.
of that,
Man, you
if
just
that
can't
makes
put
sense, or,
anything over on these fans.
building
You
that
sure
type
can.
of match.
They see
They're doing the
everything,
same
and they'll let you
matches
know
that
about
would have been in the build for now if there was no kind of restrictions. So that's kind of my thought process as far as, like,
I love Booker's
the way
attitude. He
that
doesn't
booking
care what the
goes
fans
is,
think.
you know,
He's
you don't
focused on
want
winning,
to
and that's
show
it.
all of your
Well, he might want to
cards,
acknowledge the
and
paying
by
customers.
cards,
Look at
I
that.
mean,
That's
you know,
going to
match
go over big
cards
with the
or
fans
just,
and
like,
build some
possible,
momentum at the same time.
You gotta watch
competitors
out for
and
your
opponents
opponent when
against
they're
one
getting
another and stuff
fired
like
up
that. So
like this.
if that makes sense for you, then give me like a booyah in the chat or something like that.
Man, I don't
and
want
that would
this
make me
match
feel
to
really
end.
great. But
I'm with
if
you,
not,
partner,
you know, I'll just
but it's
continue
got to
feel
end
the way
sooner
I
or
do.
later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got.
Damn, I do really like his gold.
He's climbing the
Booker's
turnbuckle.
gold attire.
Will this
though.
pay off?
I think the attire choices, you know, if you're
The
gonna limit
adrenaline
us
is
to
pumping. The
just
crowd is
one,
coming alive.
I am
This is what
pleased
they
with the
came to
attire
see.
choices that they
Hey, try to restrain yourself a little.
Look out. He's
Damn, I
measuring
really
his
got
opponent.
fucking
Bam! Scissors kick. He might have just knocked his opponent out cold.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah,
I'm all right,
one
Ray.
mistake and we're going to see that fire put out pronto.
See, I disagree with that. I feel like I definitely, like that was a pretty large window.
A lot of people think Rey
Clicking the
Mysterio's
button,
really
and I
exciting to
feel like I
watch,
definitely fit
but he
myself in
just
there.
doesn't have the size nor the strength
Come on,
to
Ray.
compete at this level.
I think you're selling Mysterio short, no pun intended. Mysterio's developed a very unique style that makes the most of his natural speed.
Come on, quit showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a
See,
popularity
that's
contest.
unfortunate. When, like,
We've seen this before. He's been
if you
wrestling
had
his
like
style of match,
done
and he's
a move
coming up
on
on
me
a
to like
big
get me on the
payoff.
ground, then that's totally acceptable. However, there we go. When I just like fall to
These
the ground because
superstars
I
are
guess I wasn't
so
in the
unpredictable.
range. It's just
I'm having a hard time figuring out
There we
what
go,
we're going to
man.
do
Nice
next.
crossbody.
I don't think
I
you're
gotta
gonna
quit
be
bitching
able
and
to.
start
Just sit back
finishing the
and
match.
enjoy the
Let's go.
ride.
And what a
King
wild
Booker ain't got
ride it's
shit
been so
for
far,
damage, so
with
we got
no
some work to
signs
do.
of stopping anytime soon.
Yep. I Let's try.
Look at
Let's go.
this.
Big Bulldog,
Entering
baby.
into the crowd.
Okay.
Now,
We're
I think
fired
we're
up.
about to see
Ray's
a
got another
high-risk
life.
move from the
He
top
just
rope.
got Booker down to
Instead
orange
of
health.
pandering to
Let's
the
go.
fans, he
Big
could get the
moonsault.
pin right
1,
here.
2, and the no ski. Okay, let's go. Woo, woo.
It's
Oh,
crazy
shit.
to think
Okay.
that we actually get
Damn
paid
it.
to do a job like this. There's thousands of people out there who would do this for free.
Brother.
Really? Maybe I should look into that. I could
about
get a
to
better broadcast
fucking miss
partner.
it.
Here it
Oh,
is. He's
no, I
building up
missed
ahead of
the
steam, and he's about
finish
to
it.
let his opponent
Okay.
have it.
And if his opponent is smart,
shit.
he'll
That's
get the hell out of there.
Excuse me. Now he's going to put me in the camel clutch. Not a fan of this
Seeing a
submission
match
system.
like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience a
we
thrill
got
like this
race too slow.
anywhere else.
And that's because you're not going to see athletes like the WWE superstars anywhere else, Cole.
You
I
simply
really gotta,
aren't.
like, figure out
They're
what
the
exactly
greatest
I'm doing
athletes
that
in the
causes
world.
that
And
roll.
this is the only place you'll see them doing what they do
Which
best.
thumb is it?
You know, I like Booker a lot better before he discovered his royal heritage.
Or is
Yeah, but
it's
it wasn't
both
until
true.
he
That's
stopped
why
caring
I'm so
about the
confused.
fans that
I'm
he
like, which
finally
fucking
won the
button
world.
am I
And
pressing that's
man,
causing
this
it to
crowd
happen?
is really
I'm
swelling
pressing
this
both
guy's
buttons.
head.
That's causing
There's no doubt that these fans love him, and he's feeding off that energy right now.
Wow, great reversal.
There we go, got that. Oh, Booker,
I think we
you son
might
of a
be
bitch.
looking at the
Oh
future
no,
of the
I've done like 3 or 4
WWE
Bulldog
in this
things
ring
last 2
tonight.
But
This is stupid.
he's now
Why is he
got
risking everything by going up there?
red head damage. And that's big for me. That's big.
Rey Mysterio never fails to impress me. Every time he enters the ring, he finds another way to defy the laws of physics.
Speaking of the law of physics, I think Ray's gotten to a point where his competition is just too big and too strong for him to beat.
I think Mysterio can be competitive at any level against any opponent. If anyone would know that, it's you.
I feel like the
When
general
I
rule of
first heard
thumb
about this
of
match, I wasn't
wrestling
sure
games
what
on
to
higher
think, but these
difficulties is
superstars
don't even
are
try to
blowing
do
me
ground
away.
grapples unless it's your
Really?
finisher. And
As soon as I
you're
heard
like
about it, I
that.
expected a tremendous matchup.
But
be
otherwise,
careful when
I
you're going up
have come to
there.
find that they just always
Here's the pin. This
heckin'
could be it.
reverse you. 1, 2 with the frog splash. Ray picks up the win with the frog splash. Doesn't even
Night
need
after night,
to
the
use the
dump-
619. That's why Booker kicks out at the 3 count and no other reason. Please take that animation out of the game. Just make sure it doesn't get into 2009. Alright. So, Ray
Here's your winner.
has that's 3 victories up on King Booker, I believe. And that also punches his ticket into Judgment Day. So now we've got 3 of the 4 competitors determined for that United States Championship. So we'll go ahead and show you the graphic. And there you go. We're going to move on to the main event. Kane, Mr. Kennedy. This will be an interesting one. But we're going to go ahead and play it. And we're going to play it as Mr. Kennedy.
The following contest is scheduled for
Yeah,
one fall.
that is loud. Shit. I'm
On
sorry.
the way
I actually have been meaning to tell myself to make sure to turn down the audio on the capturing device, specifically for Kane's entrance, but I didn't do it. And you paid the price, and for that I apologize. And I also paid the price, but not. You were much more innocent than I. Alrighty, let's see how it goes. We gotta turn this HUD back on. Boom. I think that's the
These
first
superstars are at the top.
strike that
Instead
I've
of
hit
pandering to the
open up a
fans, you
match
should really
on
keep your
Legendary
head in the
difficulty
match.
Come on, you're
forever.
looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd and use that energy to
Oh,
win the
come on.
match.
Oh, come on. Punch you right in the dick. And then try again.
He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion.
I don't know what that move is called, so leave in the comments what that move
I hope
is called.
this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
D doesn't
I
know
don't
what
say
that
this
is
too
either.
often, but I completely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long rivalry.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Hey, watch your language. This is a family show.
I said exasperate. Not, oh, never mind.
Go, Kennedy. Get your ass up. Get your ass up, Kennedy.
Even if you wind up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Watch Kane.
Yes,
Look at that. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum.
Wouldn't be the first time a heel did it, so I mean, get over it. But where
And
the
here's a
fuck
little
is
something
Snitsky
for
at,
the
man? I gotta like
fans.
restart my
That's why
system
they
or
love
something.
him.
Who cares what they think? All
Like
he's
he's
doing
supposed to
here
be
is giving his
accompanied
opponent
by
a chance
manager,
to recover.
but there's no manager.
Great
Like, not
reversal.
in
This
his,
superstar is all fired
not
up.
in his
And so is
entrance,
this capacity crowd.
not on
Yeah,
ringside.
well, one mistake and we're going to see that
I don't have
fire put out
entity hider on
pronto.
or anything like that, so I don't know why that would be a thing. Oh, nice. Okay.
Man, what a match.
I like
Kids, if
that.
you're watching
I've
this,
never seen
don't
that
try this
animation
stuff at
before in
all.
my life.
Absolutely
Am I
not.
about to do it to him?
These are
Hell yeah.
trained WWE
Let's go.
superstars. And even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
That's for sure. Even
Let's
me,
fucking
a
go
former
with the chops.
WWE
Yes, okay.
champion, has had his share of
I
injuries over the
like that.
years.
That is, that's well done. I forgive a lot of things just for the implementation.
Seeing a
of that.
match like this makes me proud to be part
Kane's
of
the
this
man
company.
for having that.
I'm with you,
moveset,
partner.
but
You
I'm gonna
just
have to
can't
reverse you here in
experience a
second.
thrill like this
He's like,
anywhere else.
Okay.
And
he
that's
doesn't- he didn't want
because
me
you're
to
not
reverse
going
it.
to see athletes like the WWE superstars
But now he's too
anywhere
tired
else,
for me to
Cole.
not do this.
You
Let's
certainly
go.
are.
Hit him with a
They're the
big back
greatest
body
athletes
drop.
in the world. And this is the only place you'll see. Why doesn't he put his money where his mouth is and continue with the match?
Hey, don't get hot. He's just having a little fun here.
Big clothesline from the big red machine.
Mr. Kennedy's got it all. He's got the look, he's great on the stick, and he knows how to get it done in the ring.
Yeah, and if you don't believe it, just ask him. He won't hesitate to tell you how great he is.
Yeah, so what's wrong with that? That's not in the rule book, but it's not a crime.
He could pin his opponent right here.
He slipped out of that one.
That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum
wow,
dead.
It's quite the reversal there, Mr. Kane.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle.
Oh,
An
he's got the
injured
hit with the last
superstar is like a
ride, maybe?
wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at
Come on, punch the
100%,
fucking- punch his
you've
shit,
got to be
brother.
able to
Let it
hide
go.
it from. Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his
Oopsie,
opponent have it.
he
And
saved
if his opponent is smart,
fight.
he'll get the hell out of there.
That's right. Now he used his fighting style, and they just
Man,
they
this
AI
crowd is
and
really
their finishers,
swelling
dude.
this
They don't
guy's
use
head.
their
There's no doubt that these
heckin'
fans love him,
finishers,
and
and
he's
it's-
feeding off that
it
energy
just
right
doesn't
now.
make sense to me.
Wow, listen to that chant.
The crowd makes a huge difference, whether they're for you or against you.
I just get my face fucking beat in. Alright.
Night after night, the WWE superstars never fail to amaze the
I got
fans.
orange body.
And that's a good thing.
so
I don't
we might
even
be in
like to
trouble
think
here
about where
because
we'd be
that
if they
screen is
didn't.
red.
Well, we wouldn't be sitting here calling this match,
But-
that's for sure.
Kane's not a technical superstar.
These superstars give everything they've got when they're in a match like this, but a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes, too.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as anything else in your life.
Kennedy.
And for a lot of guys, their WWE career is their life. That's why you see so much passion for what they do in the ring.
And that's something...
Come on, quit showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff.
Another fucking Boston
I
crowd,
cannot remember the last time I've seen a crowd this pumped up.
I know what you mean, partner. These superstars have really brought the fans to life here tonight. I certainly don't envy the ref. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans. This is a big risk. Will it pay off? The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming up.
This could be 3 right here.
Oh, shit. Okay. I thought we'd at least get like a near fall.
And there's the counter.
Self-plug right there. Get a near fall here on NearFallGaming.
Boy, Mr. Kennedy certainly has a high opinion of him. I don't know what's
He's
more
gonna get
uncomfortable,
himself a finisher,
watching
but
this
he's
or
not gonna have the
experiencing it.
stamina.
Experiencing
Hacking use
it.
it.
Hands down, trust me.
No, he just doesn't have the stamina to do anything.
No
Damn,
superstar in the
Kane's
locker room
AI is
can
painful
afford
to
to
play
ignore
against.
the WWE fans.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we don't...
You
Not
know,
even
there's
for
such
the
a thing as
reason they
playing to the
necessarily
crowd
think.
too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
Damn, son. Okay.
I think we might be
Shit.
looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. This is a great match,
See,
and
like,
fans are definitely
Man,
into it.
Kane,
And
he
that's what
made
really
his
matters.
money.
If the
Choke
WWE
slamming
fans aren't happy, and here's the cover.
And see, like, there we go. Thank you. Like, at least give me something.
I know I say this a lot, but it
Yeah,
ain't
to the folks who are
ballet.
watching.
You step
Oh, yeah,
between
yeah, you
those
got choke
ropes, you
slam.
better
Of
be
course you
prepared to take some
But
punishment.
no, like,
And
oh
to
yeah,
dish some
dude
out as well. I
stomped
don't
on
think
his
I've
ankle
ever
for
seen
the
a
first time
superstar
all
win a
match.
match by
And
being
he's
a
down for the
tackling
third
dummy.
time.
I love hearing a crowd come
Doesn't that
alive, even if I disagree with what they're saying.
Me too, and I do agree with what they're
Oh
saying.
shit, is this? Oh, never mind. Okay, just a power slam. Just a power slam. I thought he was about to like hit me with a tombstone for some reason.
There isn't an ounce of
Okay.
quit in these superstars.
See, like
There
right here.
certainly isn't. They're in this one to the bitter end.
Do your little taunt.
Look at this.
Hit me with
He's
a choke
lifting his
slam.
opponent
Thank
by the throat.
He's got his opponent way up there, and what goes up must
Alright,
come
so
down.
Kane is going to pick up the victory and
He may
move
get the
on
3 count
to
right
face
here.
Edge at Judgment Day. So, what happens here in the gameplay is a good match. What happens
These
in the kayfabe
superstars-
is Snitsky is trying to get involved. Mr. Kennedy, it's similar to what you see on the screen. However, Bobby Lashley makes his way into the entrance. This is not Utah anymore. This is wherever it was. I didn't even notice. However, Bobby
Here's your
Lashley
winner,
breaks into the arena and makes the appearance, gets Snitsky the hell out of there, and Snitsky is distracted. They start fighting. Kennedy is screaming at Snitsky. He's like, "You big ugly bastard, you dumb idiot, come help me with the match now, and, you know, we'll worry about Bobby Lashley later, but I need your fucking help to win the match, or else it doesn't matter." And Snitsky, the big ugly bastard, is also a big stupid bastard, and, excuse me, he leaves Mr. Kennedy all on his own. Mr. Kennedy turns around into a chokeslam. Kane picks up the victory. You know, if we were real intricate, Edge would come out at the stage, and Kane and Edge would kind of like wink at each other and wave and stuff like that before the screen goes to black. But for the most part, that's it. I mean, that's pretty much how it goes. It's a good match. Apparently, just a 2.5 star, another 2.5 star rating. Masters Jeff Hardy Hardcore was a 3-star. Ray and King Booker was a 3-star. Okay, we just gotta like We're at an interesting spot with our popularities. But anyway, let's get into this week's shenanigans. We'll go ahead and simulate into Monday, and then we'll check our on cash. Yeah, shut up. WWE.com. Let's see how many fans ECW gained. Oh, is that Raw? That's Raw. Sandman with the match of the week probably defeated Mickey James and Melina in a hardcore match. ECW 2.5, Raw 2.5, SmackDown 2.5. That's bullshit. Give SmackDown some love, and we are probably 2.3. Whatever. Okay, and then I'm really not worried because I feel like our pay-per-views, maybe not Judgment Day, but probably Great American Bash will get at least 300,000. Once we hit like No Mercy and Armageddon, we'll be hitting like 500,000 per pay-per-view. So I'm not super worried. Edge still at the top of the whole WWE food chain. Rey Mysterio number 5, Kennedy 8, Bobby Lashley number 9. Still got 4 guys in the top 10. Elijah Burke just solidified his status even further by defeating Chavo Guerrero. That sucks. Kane is at number 6. He needs to lose. Or he needs to win this week. Big stuff. Big stuff. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. Yeah, there's no Chavo in here, man. That fucking sucks. Alrighty, MVP. Willie Riggs 57, Chavo 59, Henley 60. Those are our weak points. Edge 87, Rey Mysterio 84, Kennedy 83, Bobby Lashley 82, Kane 77. I like all that. But we gotta send Kane on a date, man. We gotta make sure he's a top guy so he can be in the championship for. However, I don't understand how beating him one-on-one doesn't just instantly put him over Kane. Whatever. Okay, events and activities. Total date for Mr. Glenn Jacobs. That's fine. And we'll give him one more little run. We don't want to inflate it too much, but he gets a +7 over the week. Hopefully a victory and Smackdown will get him there. But these are all things that are being discussed on Kenny Dexter's podcast, by the way. You should really tune in every Wednesday. Big success. Let's go. See, people are hyped up about Judgment Day. I'm not mad at them either, because Judgment Day is going to be a good one. We've got at least 2 title matches, maybe more. On Judgment Day, we got a few big rivalry matches set to be in place. I'm sure Gregory Helms and Kenny Dykstra may find their way onto the match card. Who knows? Anyway, let's keep going into these activities. I could do it to Chavo, get him out of the 50s, which I would like. Then they're also like MVP's low. Shit, man. I think I'm gonna give it to Chavo. That's 3. Let's check out everybody's fatigue really quick before we look. Look at that. Nobody to even touch for 6 weeks. Dykstra, He's a 77. He's higher than Matt Hardy. It's that fucking podcast, man. Alright. We're gonna just re-sign him for 5 more weeks before he gets too expensive. Matt Hardy's cheap, so we'll re-sign him for 5 more weeks, and we're still just under 2 months out. We didn't even look at fatigue. That's the whole reason of opening that tab. Everybody's good, 20% or less, so we are chilling. Maybe spice up the match card a little bit with our low fatigue, but... Okay, so let's just go ahead and get into booking our May 17th edition of Smackdown. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to skip the first match. Jeff Hardy and Sabu in a hardcore match. So let me give the backstory to why this match is a hardcore match. Jeff Hardy, as you know, he has competed in 2 straight hardcore matches, and he is looking for a third. Sabu just happens to be the perfect opponent that he wants to face. He's like, listen, man, I've been on a skid. I need something to get right, and I got to keep going until I get a victory in an extreme match. And you're just the kind of guy. If I can get a victory over you with weapons involved, then I'm feeling good about myself. Sabu inaudibly kind of grunts and just confirms the match, and then they go from there. Jeff Hardy just assumes that Sabu is going to show up, and we all kind of assume that Sabu will show up. So if he doesn't show up, we're not sure what we'll do, but Jeff Hardy will just give him the forfeit, and hopefully that will suffice. Alright, match number 3 is going to be the final match, or the final qualifying match for the United States Championship, and it is going to be Kenny Dykstra versus William Regal. William Regal and Kenny Dykstra, they faced each other a few times. William Regal's beaten Dykstra in tag team action. Dykstra's defeated William Regal in singles competition, so it should be a spicy one there. And then in the next match, we've got the first 6-man tag team match of the season, or the series rather, excuse me, and it should be a good one. We've got Marcus Corvon and Elijah Burke teaming up with Kane. Ooh, this actually... This will be interesting because of our Power 5 situation. Elijah Burke and Corvon are kind of Kane's biggest enemy right now into getting into the Power 5, but Kane can't afford a loss. Interesting. Okay, so we are just going to go ahead and roll with it, and hopefully it's good enough. Because technically Kennedy won't be in action. Spoiler alert for the main event. Kennedy won't be in action. And so maybe that inactivity will allow Kennedy to drop outside the 5 and get Kane inside the 5. But anyhow, the opponents for these 3, I'm sure you've got it figured out in your head already. Johnny Nitro, MVP, and the World Heavyweight Champion Edge are going to take on these 3 in a big 6-man tag team matchup. It should be a good one. I'm excited for it. Let's take a look at how it's going to unfold, but that's going to have to wait till next week. Let's not take a look, actually. But basically, what stems from this match, obviously Elijah Burke and Johnny Nitro faced off, were competitors in the Cruiserweight Triple Threat. I guess it's not a Cruiserweight title Triple Threat, but it was a Cruiserweight Triple Threat. Elijah Burke is the Cruiserweight Champion. Johnny Nitro already didn't like them, but now even more of a reason to be unhappy with Corvon and Elijah Burke. Elijah Burke is the Cruiserweight Champion. Johnny Nitro is not, and they are really gunning for the Tag Team Championships. So this really comes about. Corvon and Elijah Burke were talking to Kane. Kane was involved in that in those shenanigans last week with Johnny Nitro and MVP in that handicap match, so Kane is more than happy to get his hands on those 2. Edge is facing Kane against or at Judgment Day, so he reluctantly was put into this match or participated into this match because the general manager is like, hey, this is like the perfect scenario, so this is what we're going to do, and this is how you're going to get booked, and I'm your fucking boss, so thanks, Edge. And Edge just kind of did the face that you see on the screen, and he's there. Promo number 2, we'll do promos after. Main event, we've got Snitsky versus Bobby Lashley in a steel cage match. And you may be wondering how this match comes about, but you may also already know how this match comes about. Look at that. But Snitsky obviously is the main reason why Bobby Lashley is out of this World Heavyweight Championship Contender Tournament, and arguably the reason why he's not at Judgment Day facing Edge in or for the world title. Mr. Kennedy has the services of Snitsky available to him at his side, and so what they do is they end up I'm trying to pick okay, anyway, what they do, Bobby Lashley's still just trying to beat the shit out of Mr. Kennedy, but Mr. Kennedy has a plan. He's like, you know what? I'm sure you want to get your hands on me, but you're going to have to get your hands on Snitsky first. And since I know how much you like steel cage matches, I've gone out of my way to make sure you and Snitsky can have a steel cage match tonight. Bobby Lashley, still pissed off. He's like, whatever. And he actually doesn't say much. And Snitsky doesn't say much, but he breathes really, really hard. And therefore, this match is set up in the back earlier on in the night. And that is our main event. Anyway, here we go. Promo number 2. Let's set up our promos. We're going to do interview space. Snitsky. We're going to give him the popularity rub. I think it gives him just like +1, but +1 is better than +none. Am I right? Oh, we still forgot about match 1. We'll get this promo out of the way, and then we'll go into why that match 1 was blank. Because technically, it is just a 4-match card, actually. First of all, let's see who's inactive. Holy shit, okay, quite a few. Stay popular, brother. Anyway, what happens here in match number 1 is actually a parking lot brawl. So, Gregory Helms, Kenny Dykstra. Gregory Helms is just absolutely livid with Kenny Dykstra's disrespect that he showed last week, and they end up taking on or going head-to-head in a parking lot brawl. By head-to-head, I mean Gregory Helms fucking jumps Kenny Dykstra in the back before they get into the locker room. So, they fight it out. Kenny Dykstra is in no condition to compete, so therefore, he can no longer compete in his match. There we go. And so, King Booker sees his opportunity. He talks to the general manager. He's like, brother, you've got to get me in there. I was a part of the #1 contendership tournament. You know I should be in this match. Everyone else who's available is just second rate at this point. So if you don't let me in this match, we will have serious problems. And so what happens is the general manager he basically agrees reluctantly. He's like, all right, Booker, I need someone. We only have a 4-match card as it is, and I need someone in there, and you're not involved. Matt Hardy's inactive, but he's already in the match, so what does that do for me? Rey Mysterio's inactive, but he's already in the match, so what does that do for me? So either way, you see the conundrum that the general manager is in, and so he allows King Booker to take Kenny Dykstra's spot and faces William Regal for the spot in the Judgment Day United States Championship match. So we'll go ahead. We're not going to lock that in because bad things happen when we lock it too early, but we're going to call it an episode there. We're going to go ahead and exit out of here. We got a little bit out of the groove, but we're going to get back into the groove of just showing you the roster as we end things out. So thank you so much for watching. If you stuck it out this long, consider subscribing to the channel, giving the video a like, leaving some feedback down below. It's all free and it's all appreciated. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.